Okay, we
Okay,
are
we are
live.
live.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. Now we on CP time. Y'all know we was coming. Y'all
Not
know we
Not
five
was
five
coming.
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a video for this week, but I'm like, after today, I mean, what's a bigger WTF than today?
I got
I
one,
got
but I
one, but
can't
I
tell
can't tell
y'all.
y'all.
What you mean you can't tell us what video you got?
Oh, I got a
I got a
WTF, but I
WTF.
can't
I
tell
can't
y'all.
tell y'all.
Ooh wee. I bet after them people came out talking about them the man in Fonny's office. You said
I, I think
what
they
I
are
happened
think they are
still
today?
in the
still in the
meeting.
meeting.
Do I have
They're
an
Do I
echo
still
have
for
an
in the
echo for
meeting.
everyone?
everyone?
Is it echoing for y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They saying the one day I didn't watch. Okay, y'all. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay, y'all.
Okay, y'all.
I hope I
I
don't
hope
still
I
have
don't
an
still
echo.
have the echo.
I have an
I have an
echo.
echo.
Let me go
Let
out
me
and
go
come
out and
in.
come in.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay,
Miss
go ahead, Miss
Jefferson, while
Jefferson,
we
while we
fix our
fix our
phone.
phone.
Okay, hold on. Where he go? Is that when they took him down? Hold on, let me pull it back up. Is this him on here? All right, y'all. I think I got it. I think. So in the meantime, in between time, before everything happened today, my whole little WTF moment was I watched the Ashley Merchant testify. Ashley Merchant testify. And she was testifying against Fonnie in her open records request. But my WTF moment was that she was saying that Fonnie got these people signing NDAs. So the DA's office is under NDAs, and the way Ashley Merchant knows they're under NDAs is because the people that want to have conversations with her about what was going on in the DA's office was scared about these NDAs that they had signed. So Ashley Merchant did an open records request for these NDAs so she could figure out if these people could actually talk to her about what was going on. And the NDA she got, 5 of them, wasn't in there. So she was like, I know they're withholding records because I got 5 people that are still unable to talk to me because when I requested the NDAs, you did not give me these people's NDAs. So that was part of the reason why Ashley Merchant won her situation against Fonnie this week, is because she had absolute proof that these people had not given her all the information. Which also brings us to the point of when we wonder, like, it's the whole DA's office. Why ain't nobody said nothing? Why ain't nobody do nothing? Well, if you under NDA and you got to pick between taking care of your bills and your kids or standing on your soapbox and being right, which one you gonna pick? She came prepared, honey, didn't she? So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and present. But I know there's a bigger WTF that didn't happened since then. And I see so many people saying that they did not get to see what happened today. They always withholding info. Man, oh man, oh man. So we'll do this. And Kayla, I set it up to present. So you'll just have to let the window in. And let me see. Let me make sure I got it in the right spot. So if y'all did not get to see today, or was just as unaware as me, this is Woonie Lee. That's his real name, Woonie Lee, aka Slime Life Shawty. And he is a rapper. And he signed a plea deal. And today he was set to testify, but there has been a big deal about him testifying because there's a lot of information that was prejudicial that was going to be coming in, and they kept saying,
Hold on, Miss
Hold on,
Jefferson.
Miss Jefferson.
"Oh, go ahead."
I just want to see, am I
I
still
just want to see, am I
echoing?
still echoing?
A little bit. What's your phone on today?
It's Mel
It's
too.
Mel too.
I wonder why. They
Okay,
said,
go
yeah, it's
ahead.
still an echo. What the heck? They don't want us to be great today. Kayla didn't sign her NDA with the DA's office, so now they coming through messing with us because they can't keep Kayla quiet. Okay, y'all. So Woonie Lee came in today, and we know we argued all last week and all the way up until this morning about some of the stuff that was in his social media and things like that. They argued about every last piece of it, and then they also stated that they had some stuff in there that they were going to keep just in case they had to impeach him. So let me see if I got this in the right spot. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, okay. Oh, why it's not playing? Why it's not? Oh, I gotta mute it. That's why.
I know him. Yeah, I know him.
And how do you know him?
I don't even know how I know him.
And does he have a nickname?
D.
I'm trying to see if it's the part.
Now, do you have any tattoos, Mr.
I don't know. What's his Instagram name now?
Okay, y'all, hold on. Because there was a moment today.
NYSL.
How do you become officially YSL?
Just coming around more and rapping.
Record label, right? Hold on.
And if you identify him as well.
I can't see what he got on. He just got the dreads up
Okay.
in the air.
And
Up in the air. He talking about Quay.
is he towards the back of the room,
Up in the
front of
air.
room, or
To the
somewhere else?
back.
I was trying to get
Is
him
he
to
sitting in
shit.
between anyone?
Yeah, I think his lawyer.
Yeah, he was so vague with the I know him.
You're right, let the record reflect that he's identified.
It's really not. That could be a couple of different people.
It right there. Everybody got dreads up in the air. Hold on, y'all.
Now?
Here it goes, right here. I knew it was in there. So here was the first
It's really
issue.
not. That could be a couple of different people.
There's two lawyers right there. He right there, and there's a lady next to him on the left side of him.
Right now, let the record
All
reflect.
right. It'll so reflect.
Do you know someone named Shannon?
Yes.
And do you call him Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you call him anything else or just Shannon?
I think I just say Shannon.
All
I
right.
don't know.
How long have you known Shannon?
I don't remember.
The whole thing moving.
I don't remember when I met him.
Is it longer than you've known Quay, the two Quays?
No.
Shorter than that.
Yeah.
And what is your relationship like, if any, with him?
Now?
Let's talk about before now.
We're cool.
Are you still cool now?
I don't know him right now. He been locked up for a couple of years. Boy, I ain't supposed to say that.
Disregard.
And there it goes. So that was the first issue. As we know with Detective Dennis and with oh Lord, turn this off. Turn this off. How you turn them off?
So
So still telling there's people in jail.
Huh?
So
So still letting everybody know who in jail.
Exactly. After Detective Dennis did it and got his whole testimony thrown out, bad character evidence. Then they turned around, obviously didn't say anything to Detective Underwood, because when she got knocked off her square, she explained what hitting licks was, and then said hitting licks was just a way of life for Thug. When she talked about the lyrics, that was bad character evidence. And then obviously they said nothing to this young guy when he walks in, because he mentions bad character evidence that somebody has been in jail. So as you can see,
So
I
So
let
if I turn the volume down, y'all can't, it's not echoing?
Okay,
Okay,
Not
so
as
it's
much.
not echoing anymore?
Not as much, no.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
So Now we got him on here, and y'all can see. That's why I let it play for a quick second. He said, I wasn't supposed to say that. That's how you know these guys know that his lawyer then went in there and told him what happened to Moontoon, because he's scared. He thought it was something that he was supposed to know.
He is
He's
scared.
scared.
He's scared. Like, what? I ain't supposed to say that? And I'll even let it go for a couple more seconds. Hold on.
And just listen to the question I ask you, okay? All right. Do you know someone by the name of Yak?
Yes.
How long?
I got a question.
I got a question.
Do you talk to your lawyer?
No, I'm just trying to see. I ain't supposed to say that or something. Well,
Like,
Don't worry about
run it back.
Just
Am I not
go on
supposed to
with
say
it.
that? Tell me what I'm supposed to
How
say.
long
Don't
have
you lock me up?
known Yak?
So he said, you better tell me something. Kayla not even talking. Turn one off. It's only one thing on.
Miss Jefferson, put yours on mute when I talk.
Okay, let's try that.
Hello. That's what it is. So, anytime me or Mel talk, Miss Jefferson, you got to go on mute.
Right, he definitely didn't do it on purpose. Okay, y'all, let me get it to the next spot. Did you have anything, Mel?
You might have to go on mute too. Oh, there's no echo. There's no echo. I just wanted to say that he seemed to be trying to be really careful today. And he was, to me, one of their best witnesses with the plea deal, because he really, I'll say, y'all know I love Tick real bad, but he really seemed to try to want to stay within the bounds of, let me cooperate as much as I can. He really did. And that was so evident when he said, wait, I have a question. Was I not supposed to say that? I really think he was trying to. And I'm going back on mute now because I think I echo too when we talking together.
I said that earlier too. I know we didn't get to it, and I kind of went live right when they got to his social media, because I knew his social media was a big argument for the past week and a half about the things that may or may not come in. But for me, the same thing. I felt like he was the one person that was not law enforcement or what have you that was actually made this make sense. His explanations of how the rock crew, and then it turned into YSL, and how it was about music, his explanation about joining YSL, like, oh, you don't just join it, like, we took it that serious where we treated it like it was a group, but it was about music. Like, we got that serious. It got that serious. Like, I didn't join nothing. Like, I just came around and was rapping. And he said rock crew, and that could have caused, that made more sense of that causing a divide between the two groups and splitting it into two groups than anything else the state has said. Everybody under rock crew was rapping. And then the YSL portion of it started taking off more, and people started leaving the rock crew side and moving over to YSL because everybody wanted to be where seemingly the money was going to be at. So everybody wanted to be on that side. And then he said, and plus Big Boo was getting old. So yeah, that made more sense as to why there could have been a divide between the two groups. And then everybody take their side more serious than the other. It ain't no different than dang on Rough Riders, No Limit, however old you are. And there's no difference. Exactly. They took their crew that serious. So he made the most sense. So I kind of went live as soon as he got to social media, because I was like, ooh, this may be a thing. But we're going to get into what happened next.
Okay. Let me say that when he mentioned the kind of divide and how rock crew phased into YSL, one of the things that stuck out to me is when she was like about YSL as a gang. She wanted him to say there was some sort of initiation process, right? He was basically like, oh, I just started hanging around. I don't know what real gang you just hang around and you become. Of course, I'm not in the streets. I don't know, but that's not how I understood it to be. But he was like, you talking about like getting jumped in or something? Oh, that didn't happen. I just started hanging around and I became YSL. So I thought that was a good part of his testimony too. And I'm going on mute.
Okay, let me see if this is the part.
Exhibit 36NN. Who is in this picture, 36NN?
Me and Shannon.
And was this photo taken in October of 2020, or was this photo taken at a different time?
I don't know when it was taken. I just see when it posted.
All right. And earlier we talked about Instagram pages. Is this Mr. Stillwell's Instagram page?
I think so.
All right. And can you read for the jury what the caption says?
Fuck the other side. Put them on TV about my dogs.
You got to slow down because the court reporter is taking it down.
Go ahead and read it. Just read it a little bit more slowly.
Fuck the other side. Put them on TVs about my dogs. Soldier reads bloody teeth, Glock with beam about my dogs. Cause a scene about my dogs.
I'm not kidding. Let me enhance this.
I'm going too fast.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Slow it down. I know you want to rap it, but slow it down.
Where you want me to start at?
You can start from the beginning.
Say it again. F the other side. Put them on TVs about my dogs. Soldier reads bloody tees, Glocks with beams about my dogs. Clear the scene about my dog. If he F with them, you can't F with me. No, he is not my dog. That's it.
No, keep going. Keep reading the rest of it.
The rest of it is not my song.
Okay, so the first portion is your song.
Yeah.
All right. But I want you to read the rest of the post, though, for me.
Even if our position ever come down to being back to back, that's just how we're gonna rock out against whoever with you.
All right. And are there some hashtags?
No slime left behind.
All right. And is that an emoji next to that hashtag?
It looked like a crazy emoji. I never seen that.
Okay. What's the next hashtag?
2 B's.
Do you know what that signifies?
Big business.
All right. And what else does the rest of it say?
Many more blessings and riches, I say.
And is someone tagged?
I don't know who that is. Oh, there's somebody who made some clothes.
All right.
Real feel. I don't know who that is.
Okay. And what else does the rest of the post say for the record?
Thank you for this exclusive ass hat and for this crazy ass one of none hoodie.
And then someone else tagged.
Somebody named Marilyn is totally responsible.
Okay. And when was this post posted?
2020.
All right. Now, the verse that you quoted, your verse, what song is that from?
Dang, I forgot about it. For another sample on TV. Dang, I don't even remember. Okay. I really don't. I think, is it Where the Love at?
And was it a song that came out before 2020 or in 2020?
It probably came out in 2020.
Okay. And in looking at this picture, do you know where you and Mr. Stillwell were when you took it?
At the studio.
All right. And do you have a particular studio that you used to go to?
No.
Okay. Where was this studio located?
I can't remember by heart, but it looked like, sheesh. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I remember.
All right, that's fine. Course indulgence for one moment.
I thought that was the one. Isn't it? It must be next, y'all.
I mean, it's a lot going on. Oh, wait,
mute.
I thought, let me tell you what I thought was going to happen today. I thought we were going to get on here and talk about Moon's revocation. I thought that was going to be the most interesting thing over the past couple of days. And, nothing else was going to happen. Maybe we would talk about why Miss Love doesn't get to talk anymore. Maybe we would get to talk about what happened to Brown. Haven't seen him in a while. Also, maybe we would talk about how Reeves was on the stand for 5 years, it seemed like, and we don't know what he was talking about, but he did sound smart. And here we go. They gave us our WTF. So shout out to the state for never letting us down. Ever. Ever.
Kayla's so shady. So as y'all can see, it started off good with the social media. So we was like, okay, cool. Let's keep going.
Not nobody in particular. No. I just wanted to be different. I just named it that.
I'm going to publish 37 NN. Who is in 37 NN?
OG Boo. OG Boo.
And who is that?
Shannon.
All right. And can you read for the jury the caption?
Read his caption.
Yes.
He asked.
Said ain't nothing more compatible than a trench. A carbon while in the trenches.
And then is there a hashtag?
Hashtag no slime left behind. Hashtag 2Bs. Life size.
Okay. And is there another hashtag?
Free Quay.
Is there another hashtag on the screen?
Oh no.
Your Honor.
It's in this paper
Your
right
Honor.
here. You got me reading.
Your Honor, I have to make a motion.
Gotta make a motion.
All right, I'm gonna excuse
I
you.
wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at this paper.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
Poor baby scared.
Can I ask you to step outside for just a minute? And jury,
All right, from
I'll
here.
excuse y'all for just a minute. Mr. Lee, can you step outside for a minute for me, please? Thank you.
Your Honor, we're making a motion for a mistrial on behalf of Mr. Nichols. We're not going to be able to unring this bell. Your Honor, this is the exact same issue that while we were at the bench, I brought it up. It was Exhibit 37NN that the hashtag, there was a hashtag on that exhibit that said Free Quay, which would definitely indicate to the jury that Quay, has spent time in jail or in prison. The state agreed. We stipulated that they would redact it. And then the state presented, I guess, to the witness the unredacted version, didn't prep him to not comment on it, and he did. And Your Honor, before we had the opportunity for you to preside over us, this happened already again. And I made a motion for a mistrial. Now it's happened again. So now the jury has repeatedly heard about Mr. Nichols being in jail, being in prison, and you cannot unring that bell. We would ask for a mistrial.
Your Honor, Carter Matthews or Mr. Marquavius Huey, we join in that motion for mistrial. And what's important for this court to know is that 45 minutes ago, there had been a reference to a person being in jail. Now, this witness has identified Marquavius Huey and has also identified Marquavius Nichols. So all the state had to do was ask this honorable court for an opportunity to have this witness maybe step out of the courtroom and go over with that witness that, you know, we don't need to say anything about someone in jail, what have you. That did not happen before he went on the stand, nor after that first slip up by this witness. There may have even been a document right there on the witness stand that should have been pulled from the state of Georgia from that witness stand so that this could have been avoided. So, Your Honor, we are joining in that motion as well.
Oh, hang on. It's all right. You just didn't know, but we'll let you know when to come back in, okay?
So we join in that motion, Your Honor.
Your Honor, and I just want to briefly add that it is painfully obvious that the state is not prepping their witnesses. You can tell by the way when the witness spoke the first time and he said, oops, am I not supposed to say that? Like, oh, I had no idea, which makes it obvious that the state had not spoke to him, had not prepped them, and this has happened repeatedly. It's happening over and over again, Your Honor, and we're just not going to be able to unring 100 bells.
And finally, Your Honor, Mr. Marquavius Huey, it's been established that that his nickname is Quay.
Okay, isn't there going to be, I mean, we talked today about, isn't there going to be a stipulation that references to Quay, at least at some points, are not either Mr. Nichols or Mr. Huey? I mean, we did.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's a few things. So one, Your Honor, it was not intentional because we clearly...
Okay, but it was sloppy because I presume he's reading from the document that you handed him instead of reading from the screen.
And we should have instructed him to read from the screen, but...
Or you should have presented him with a document that had that part redacted. It's just sloppy. The
issue came while he was on the stand, Your Honor. So the issue did not come prior to. Ms. Westmoreland walked up to me while he was on the stand and said, I'm going to have an issue with that. Can you redact it? That is when the state became aware.
Then it should have occurred to you, you know what? I'm handing him a hard copy of this document that is unredacted.
But not if there's multiple Quays, Your Honor. If I don't know which Quay that.
Hang on. Can we stop having people come in and out when I've asked the witness to step out and every time the door opens, they can hear what we're talking about? Please, just for a few seconds. I'm not asking anybody who's in here to leave. Huh?
The state is in charge of the witness, and they're supposed to be guiding the witness to the wrong. Yeah, I mean, there should be.
And so that is the point in which we learned of it is we redacted it on here. Ms. Westmoreland brought it up here.
Yeah, and when I didn't read it, I mean, so the jury didn't see it, but now the jury has heard it. I don't think it is really that, much of a crisis because there is going to be this stipulation that Quay is not always either of these defendants. So, nor is it obvious to everybody that free whomever is such a quote about who knows, everything these days. And so it doesn't necessarily indicate that whomever Quay spent time in jail or in custody or in prison or anything. I mean, they say it about, Hollywood stars who are in a breakup. I mean, it's not so obviously, this must mean this person was in prison. But also, we were already saying Quay isn't either of these people. So let's just, and whether this was one of these people or I don't even know who it did refer to.
And we don't know because it's not his post. He was reading someone else's post. So it could be a multitude of ways.
You talked to his attorney earlier, right?
Yes.
And did you get any kind of an indication? I don't know if this was one of the things you were gonna, but it's an issue now. And you said before lunch that you were gonna ask Mr. Rubin.
Yes, we did ask.
Do you know at this point whether the free Quay referenced, this wasn't even his post, was it?
It wasn't, and there wasn't an issue until Ms. West. So when I talked to Mr. Rubin at lunchtime, this wasn't something I was going to address with him.
It's so confusing.
Go ahead.
She's fighting for her life. She is fighting for her life. All these mess ups keep happening on her watch. And it seems like she's been set up for failure though. I don't think that everything is her fault, but it's tumbling down all on her watch.
We said that in the beginning that Hilton was going to be the fall guy, that Love was going to step out the way and let everything land on her. And unfortunately, BBL Brown is not there to be called an attorney that can't try cases. So now everything is just falling on her, and now everything is her fault. Like, somebody else got to be doing something. There's too many people at that table for her to be asking the questions, taking the notes, putting the exhibits up. Like, it's too many people that sitting over there. There should be too many people doing too many things, and it's just like nothing is organized. Nothing is organized. And now you got the bailiffs beefing because the bailiff's like, well, the state's supposed to walk him out. Well, how's she going to walk him out? The other two people just sitting there like, yeah. Yeah. Love ain't got nothing to say, just sitting there. Okay, let's get the other piece of it.
I did not realize it was an issue. Mr. Rubin found out for me that Slack Quay is not either of these two Quays.
Okay, but this isn't Slack Quay. This is just Quay.
Right.
I know. So why doesn't everybody, well, they don't know how it's spelled. They only heard it. Why doesn't everybody just enter into some sort of a stipulation that the free Quay or the reference to Quay just now isn't either of these people?
I don't know if it is, so it was.
Whether it, okay, so.
Your Honor, the state can enter stipulation that we weren't referencing any. We, as the state of Georgia.
Okay, that is not a reference to, if you would prefer that.
I don't know what the poster is referencing.
I don't honestly really care what the poster was referencing. What I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness, so that everybody won't have wasted, 10, 12 months of their lives in this trial.
Yeah, we can agree. We can come up with this.
Okay, do it now. Y'all work on that. I'm going to take 5 minutes.
All right, I'm mute. What y'all got?
Go ahead.
That I'm trying to fix your sloppiness. That was the equivalent of, I need attorneys that know how to try cases.
This is my first time this or hearing this.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, let me get to the other part because she's going to go on break for a second.
Thank you for the super chat. And I'm next on the shot.
Listen. I thought she was getting ready to say something.
She was appalled.
Oh, come on.
Stipulation on it.
All right, wait, hold on, Matthews, before you say we have a stipulation. F, Judge, once you rule on our mistrial.
Right.
On my motion for a mistrial.
Okay, so are you asking, what kind of a mistrial are you asking for?
Your Honor, I believe that we were goaded into the mistrial.
Okay, well, I do not believe that, because if you had seen Miss Hilton's face when that came out of the witness's mouth, she was appalled. And I do not believe that they are purposefully trying to insert error into this trial to make y'all ask for a mistrial so that they can try this case again. I think it is continued, and I am sorry, y'all have, you know, this gigantic, ginormous universe of evidence that maybe if you narrowed down, you would not be making these kinds of mistakes. But I believe that to be a mistake.
Your Honor,
So I'm going to deny a motion for a mistrial with prejudice. That one, I don't believe that the facts bear out. Would you like a mistrial without prejudice?
yes.
You would? Who else would? That means, of course, that the state would be free to try every one of y'all again.
Judge, just a moment.
Sure.
And then they go to a break. What you think about that one, Kayla?
I can't say what I want to say.
I knew it. I knew you was about to do that. I knew you was getting ready to do that. But when she offered it, I was on live like, wait. Okay. So since you didn't get to see it today, they literally was gone for a good minute trying to figure out who wanted one, who didn't, who was going to say something, who wasn't, what that meant. So as y'all can see, all this time went by. We was waiting for them to say a word. Hold on. Because they popped back on there for 2 seconds. It's not over yet.
All right. Ms. Westmoreland,
Thank you, Your Honor. May we approach?
you may.
So then that's all we got. So hold on. So they approached and we were all left waiting. I gotta find it. Where did it go? I know they didn't take that little piece out. Hold on. I'm gonna let it play for a second. But what ends up happening, And I don't, maybe they cut that little piece off. So what ends up happening is while we're waiting, we get notification from people who were in Miss Sylvia's live that said they just sent the jury home and all we saw was the seal. They never got up to let the jury out or anything like that. Then, in the very last minute, Paige just comes on, gets on the mic and say, "We're done for the day," and walks off. And that's all we got. And then
So
we have.
I missed that. I missed that.
It's not. I can't. I got it playing because I was like, "Where did it?" I'm gonna see if it popped back on. But this say the live view thing. But I'm like, where is it at? Where's the little link at? Who is this? Is this? No, this is Law and Crime. I was watching Law and Crime for a minute earlier. Yeah, she just came on and said, "We're done for the day." And that was it.
May we approach?
That was the May we approach. Okay, so that was 7:05. Yeah, it looked like they didn't cut it out, did they? I'm going to let it play, see if it pop up. But all she said was, "We're done for the day." Didn't say what time to come back or anything like that. And then the feed just cut. So there were people who were saying that we're getting information from Miss Sylvia, who was there. And they said that Simone and Miss Love were in a all-out argument. And that the attorneys, nothing new. And the attorneys were back at the bench. And so we never heard what was happening until later on this evening. If you turn your stream volume down. What happened? Is it okay. So I know they said that Miss Sylvia was going to have a membership only where she dropped the tea about what was happening at the end of the day. But we ended up hearing from Thugger Daily that at some point this evening, they were all the defense attorneys were in Fonnie's office. And that was pretty much exactly what happened. That's all we got after. So from what I've heard, there's no court in the morning, no jury tomorrow.
There's court.
I heard there's jury tomorrow.
They're going to have court with no jury, right? And they said at noon. Did you hear that too? Okay. She recorded them in the court going at each other. Court tomorrow with no jury. Well, y'all let me know how they go or what y'all find out. I heard I'm Not a Lawyer was there in court today. She went to court today. Oh, it did come back up.
And I was there
too. I just don't.
You gotta mute
Miss Jefferson.
Okay.
But yes, I know that they have court tomorrow. I don't know what time. And I was outside. I should have went in.
Okay, it looks like it's freezing up. Probably so she get out the elevator. I'm not a lawyer.
I'm out the elevator.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, they came back again at like 7:09, right after 7:09, and that's when she said, "We're done for the day." I heard court at 9 a.m. with no jury. I'm not a lawyer, but was in the courtroom, and she said that. Okay, well, we'll be up, so I guess we're gonna have to do some
I'm gonna
live
spend the
trial
night in
watch
Spend the night in
Atlanta.
tomorrow.
Atlanta
Where are you heading? You
To
look
the
to the
game.
cute.
game.
It's opening
It's
night for the
opening night for
Hawks.
the Hawks.
Lord Gates are gonna get you. She said it's not starting at 9. I heard noon. It's I'm on the way. I thought they said 9:30. I'm gonna get up and check because I keep hearing so many things, but I thought I heard noon today. So 9:30, or noon. All of it's between 6 and 9 a.m. my time, so I'll be up. Lawyers are to be in at 9, but they may not start until noon. 3 hours for what? Media was to be there at 9, according to, I'm not a lawyer. Well, we'll be up waiting. We might have to do a live trial watch tomorrow because I need to. She made it. Negotiations on pleas. Mel, how you feel about pleas? I'm feeling away. How you
Okay, well, y'all. First of all, let me apologize. Y'all know when I come home, my family want me to do hair all the time. So I told them, good, I need to be done by 6:00 Central Time, y'all. Nobody does stuff on time. How I feel about pleas. So I'm not a lawyer, but I was on when she was talking to the lead attorney. What she said was that there seemed to be intense conversation amongst the lawyers because remember, everyone has to do what's best for them. And it may not look like we want it to look. And so I can see that. So when it comes to pleas, I think every person needs to do what's best for them. And that's probably not going to look like what we expect it to look like. But there was a lawyer on there that also said they were at Fonnie Willis's office. I personally feel like the ball is in. I feel like the defense got the upper hand right now. That's me. So I feel like whatever pleas or deals are going to be made, they're going to be made in the best interest of each individual client. And I feel like, baby, I don't know, y'all. I feel like I need to get back to Atlanta. I'm telling you, I need to come back home because I need to be at the show. I need to be at the Welcome Home concert. I predicted August 16th. I said they're gonna be home by his birthday. That ain't happening, but I think some people coming home and going to get some good deals out of this. So that's my thought on it. I forgot my camera. Not y'all got me fanning now. Hey, girl.
Listen, I just was like, I am done for the day. Kayla, you text. I said, you know what?
You
I
know
got
I
it
was
on
there
here.
today.
Hmm?
I was there today. I just didn't come in.
I don't think you realized that you spoke to me today.
Oh, girl, that was you?
Yes.
Girl, you was standing over there looking all quiet. I don't know. You see them people out. Never mind. Well, you
Kayla
know
said,
who.
hi, how
Well,
are you?
look.
I said, I'm
You
good. How are you?
okay?
And then,
Okay,
huh?
but you know who gave me the tea then?
Who gave you the tea?
Who you seen me talking to?
Oh, I
Don't say
see you.
it. Don't say it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Listen, Kayla said, hi, how are you? I said, I'm good. How are you? I was all excited. I'm good. How are you? She was like, okay. Hey, y'all. I said, oh, okay. I'm gonna just sit right here.
I was like,
I said,
why
I
is
don't
this
think you
person
know.
acting like this? Like, not in a bad way, but I'm like, I'm like, what's going on? Who is this?
No, I was like, oh, she doesn't know that. And I'm not gonna interrupt the day. It was a lot. It was a lot today. But anyway, no, it was funny. What y'all been talking
Well,
about?
you are very pretty. I was like, who
You.
girlfriend is this?
You.
Which one she here for?
None of
Man,
them, child. No.
Oh,
Hilarious.
that's so funny. I really do want to know. I saw you on the lead attorney earlier. So
Yeah.
I was watching on the lead attorney earlier, and I was just telling them that they were talking about that everyone's at Fonny's office, and that you said it looked intense when everybody was kind of talking, and I said I could see why it would be intense.
Yes. Yeah. All the discussions looked intense. When it was just the attorneys talking, looked intense. When it was the state talking, looked intense. When it was the defendants talking, looked intense. I said, whatever is happening, everybody is talking. And I actually was happy that we adjourned, because I said this feels so heavy. It feels like they shouldn't have to hurry up and come to a decision today. Like, this is big. It feels like a big, like pivotal moment. So I was happy is maybe not the best term, but I feel like they should be allotted the time that they need to figure out what is going to happen. Isaac T. Oh, you're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted, Kate.
Oh, I'm not
Oh,
saying
I'm not.
nothing. I'm listening.
Oh.
That's
I
because you
think
can't
you
say what you want to say. That's because you can't say what you want to say. I was so happy about. I said that while I was on live. I had no idea you were in the courtroom, and I'm a fan. But I was sitting there,
I love y'all too.
and I said, and people were like, "What's taking them so long? Why are we on a break for so long?" And I'm like, "These boys' lives." Still can't make this decision. Shark can't make this decision. This is Yak's decision. This is Thug's decision. This is Nichols' decision. This is their life.
Yeah.
So you can't get up there and make a decision for me. I got to talk about this. Like, there's no way. I couldn't imagine that. I was like, because somebody kept telling me about a week or something. They got 7 days. And I'm like, they need 7 days because I need to go sleep on this and somebody was like, oh no, there's court tomorrow. And I'm like, that decision is probably bigger than them picking their attorney. Like, that decision right there. It's like, I could go home, but I'm going to go home a felon when I walked in this with nothing. I've seen the evidence that they have. 150 days of it. Almost a year of it. I've seen it. I did 2 years. I can do 2 more months. Like, you got to think about, but not everybody in the same situation. Some folks facing life. Like, so I can only imagine like that.
Hold on.
Hold on. I said,
Yeah, in my
Sorry,
family,
y'all.
that would have been a fight like over the spades table. Like, you got to do what you got to do.
Somebody got to mute so I can say what I want to say. So I feel like I feel like um a jury trial is a jury trial, and it's still scary. Yes, we feel a certain way, but by the time you hear somebody name 100 times, 1,000,000 times, I don't know how the jury truly feels or what. I tell people all the time, it takes one juror with a strong personality to believe something different and put somebody in jail for life. So at the end of the day, I can't 100% say, oh, I would just want, because it's still 50-50. And my true belief is that no matter what happens, Miss Love is going to get up there and say, you have heard every witness recount. You have heard and watched every witness say one thing in the interrogation room and one thing in the courtroom. And you want to know the difference? Who's sitting in here? And I don't know how that will resonate with the jurors. I don't know if that'll render a not guilty on every single thing. So I can't say that, once again, it's not my life, but jury trials are scary.
I think the lead attorney said that a
a
while
while
ago.
ago.
Something similar to what Kayla just said, that is true. Although we're sitting here like, oh, I'm not convinced. And I always tell my people, we're reasonable people. So we feel that the jurors are reasonable people. And maybe they're saying what we're saying. But like Kayla said, it only takes one person with a strong personality, somebody like Melanie sitting in there. And I'd be like, but look at it this way. I hear you, but let's look at it this way, because I'm that type of person. So I understand what Kayla's saying. And if the plea is going to end this today, time served. Now, I don't want you to be a felon. If you can work something else out, but if a plea in this, I can see it. And before I go on mute, I'm gonna say that I'm not a lawyer. She said this on Mel. She said this on the lead attorney too. Paige bothered me today when she said, I think it was just a mistake. You know, it was sloppy. If you didn't feel that it was that big of a deal, why was your reaction the way it was? And I feel like she has to understand that you are playing with people's lives. How many times, like you said, do these people get to keep making mistakes? Now, I only been watching since like late May. How many times do they get to keep messing up before you hold them accountable? These are their lives. They don't get to go home and sit on YouTube and talk about what happened in court like we do every day. This is their lives. Their families are sitting in those benches every day. You know, I know someone said Yak's mom is every day she's there. She leaves work, she comes up there. Thug's girlfriend is there. You got the Huey and his girlfriends, and Yak's people are coming up there every day. How many times does this have to happen before Paige makes them take this court serious, like she told Moonton?
Yeah, I think that was the biggest realization for me, which again, I said on the lead, is as a person who watches it, right? And you know, all of us be screaming and yelling and doing, and I go black and gray quickly. Being in that courtroom for me was a very different experience. It was a
I hate
very
courtroom 1C. It got bad vibes, bad energy. I haven't been in that courtroom in 3 weeks, and my life has been wonderful.
I could see that being the case. But it is a like reality check. Like, you know, when she denies the mistrial and you're amongst the friends and family of these defendants and they audibly gasp, or their hands go up, or they're just like, oh, you know, and it's like that decision is a direct impact on their life and the life of their loved one. I'm at home going black and gray, and then I go to bed at night. These people are in jail. And so those decisions are impactful. And so for me, looking at it through that lens, and that it's just not another chance, that it's just not being sloppy. And I tend to give Paige a little more grace than a lot of people do. I'll be honest, I tend to. But today was like, oh, girl, you have to hold them accountable, because their sloppiness, their mistakes, they're casually putting this together as they go, directly impacts people's lives. And if we're talking about the justice system, okay, that should be just and fair. We're talking about innocent until proven guilty. These kind of things matter. They matter. And that was I think the moment for me. Like today, that's the biggest thing I took away. Like, oh shoot, like these little things, they matter. Anyway.
I think that the one thing I can't stand is the dang on the plan like it's little. Like the act, like even though we know that these are big things, and even though they could be small in certain things, like you're not gonna sit here and play with me. Love looked like she got a substitute teacher cart with 62 bags on it every day. You mean to tell me her old ass ain't got no whiteout? Nothing. She don't have nothing. Like, you mean to tell me y'all couldn't put tape?
She don't even got the comb, the rake comb, the flat
I'm
iron.
only saying, listen,
The
something.
the sleeves don't missing an inch. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna block my camera. I'm not.
I have
The
to
way
say
she,
this. I'm not a lawyer, but got a compliment today. So she listen. I'm not a lawyer.
They trying to ruin my whole flow.
Mel, they trying to mess you up, because I said now I can't go in the courtroom and get any type of compliments, because I drags on my page all the time. So when you said that, I was laughing. I said at least one of the males got a compliment. We're gonna have to just take it. My name Mel too. We'll have to just take it, because I won't be getting it. Not on my page, but yeah, block your camera out. Yeah.
listen, I'm gonna have to go up in there with one of them good syntheticals and some kitten heels, because they probably waiting on me. I already know as much as I go in.
I walk in there with my head up high every
Because this is the
time.
thing,
I
though.
hug and speak to everybody but 3 people.
But this is why I get so up in arms about this stuff, because this is somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle. And it's just like, 10 years ago, like I don't even self-incriminate. I don't even post some of my Facebook memories from 10 years ago because I was talking crazy. Like after 10 years, like this is not, oh, I forgot to seat you next to the right person, or oh, I forgot your socks today, so now you got to go in there with no no socks on with your shoes. This is, this person clearly prejudiced you in the eyes of the jury, not once, but 3 times in 1 week. For Shannon, twice in the same week. What are y'all trying to do to the man? Is the charge next to his name already say life? Oh, what else are you trying to do? Like, what else are you trying to do to this man? How much worse can it get? Like, the case is bad enough. There are people who are no longer alive. There are people who are victims. There are people who are traumatized. Just try the damn case. And then when you don't do it, then that's when we go. Like, what are you focused on? Because it wasn't your head. Pay attention. What could you could have walked up there, got that piece of paper, flipped it over, scratched it out, anything, something that small. You already lost, what they say, part of Cornelia Zachary's interrogation. Can't bring back in the Magic City video of Duke. All these things because you lost Detective Dennis, period. So you can't even bring in proper evidence. You bring in Detective Underwood, and the one thing you don't have about her, have a conversation with her about, is please don't let them knock you off your square. Please just sit here, just answer the question. Don't let them rattle you. Stay calm. You need a break. Let me know. Wiggle your ear, tap your nose, something. Give me a heads up, and maybe I can start making some objections or something, some kind of game plan to get the weight off of her, because we know Detective Dennis felt away. Y'all were trying to minimize and diminish what he felt was his resume. He's retired, his career, his life's work, honey. He feels a way about hip hop and gang culture, okay? Whatever, he's entitled to feel that way. But when they start coming after that resume, oh, he slipped. Oh, you calling me names? I'm gonna call you one too. And he said what he said. They put her up there. She did the same thing. Those are retired investigators with about 50 experience between them. So y'all not gonna tell a lay person, hey, ain't no such thing as jail when you walk in there. Don't say clink clink, don't say who scowl, don't say prison, jail,
No,
nothing.
it's not
Nobody.
even that though. It's the fact that how many trials have you testified in? This is not your first trial. You did not wake up today and say, ooh, I'm nervous. I never did like, come on now, be for real. And then what blows me is that y'all did all this investigative work and all of this to put these people in jail, and now you can't even get on the stand and have decent courtroom etiquette and respect and take this serious. Now we gotta argue for 30 minutes about who's an expert and who's a music expert and who's a gang expert and who's a hand signal expert, just for you to get up there and fumble over something ridiculous.
When he cited his resources as Colors, Boys in the Hood, and Menace to Society, I said, babe, I'm an expert. I'm an expert. Like, I couldn't believe but my thing is, those two should know better. But this poor baby today, you can tell the only preparation he had today was whatever he watched about Moontoon. Because all he wanted to know is, he felt like Suge, and when she was talking when she was talking to DJ, did I fuck up? Like he wanted to know. Like, oh, it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay. He did not, that's all he didn't want to do was mess up. You can look, he was scared.
Same for the young lady. She is as slow as, I mean, I'm sorry. The young lady.
I'm gonna leave y'all, because you see, you know what now? This needs to be a subscriber only, because the recklessness has entered the chat.
No, I'm I'm just saying, in all seriousness, you can tell she wasn't prepped. She didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
She didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
And then to just honestly see that Lil Rod possibly was convicted off of her. I mean, she said that she lied. How come every witness is a liar? Every single witness says that they're a liar.
Well, it looked like Detective Hogan wasn't doing much either. Where's the investigation? He don't look like he was doing much either. And then he turned into, I don't know if y'all watch, but Detective Hogan to me turned into Woody. I don't recall. I mean, if that's what it say on that paper, I guess that's what I said. If it say I said it, I said it. Like, sir, this was your, is that in the paper? Your sworn testimony? Yes, sir. That's what that is. Like,
It
yeah,
got so bad that he was like, it got so bad. He was like, I know you. He said, I'm guessing I said, I know you about to show me. I'm not. So I want to ask Mel, how did it feel? Because I know when you're watching live, like you say, that you come in and out the screen. Girl, were you fixing your face in the courtroom? Because what were you doing when he was on the stand? Because when it got to a point where we saw he did no investigation, I was on my live screaming, like, what do you mean? What? You didn't look at the CAD report? You didn't go check the car? So what were your facial, or how were you able to maintain your facials?
So thankfully, I didn't go until lunch. I actually missed the first part because I got to Atlanta at like 4 o'clock this morning. So I was like, let me go to sleep. And then I'm going to do a test run for the trial around lunch so that I'm prepared for Thursday to do the full day. I just want to get a feel, lay of the land, understand where I'm going. So I missed it, thankfully. But I will say, during the second part, I was like, I was in there like, oh my God, what is it? Oh my, this is real. Like I'm looking around to see, is anybody else think this is as crazy as I think it was? Yes, but I missed Mr. Investigation. That didn't really happen.
Wait, so you got there for Slime Life Shawty?
Yep, right before he came in, I walked in.
So you were like this in court
The whole time.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I love it because I feel like I would have been in court. Like, my facials watching this trial, it's always something. And I was like, I just didn't expect Slime Life Shawty testimony to go left at all, and not be the testimony that got us to Paige being mad, running off the bench. I didn't expect his testimony. It seemed to be going so well.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect it to be his. So at least you got some action. You've been watching this trial for a long time. At least on the day you went, you got some action.
You know what is so funny? Day of 100%. Day 100 was the day court broke for Glanville. That was the day when he was like, all right, I'm gonna send it over and we'll see. Day 101 is Whitaker's first day. And now here we are at day 150. I mean, day 150. I said, that's because this is a sign. This is a sign. Everybody take notice of the sign. Let's stop here. So yeah.
So what do you think is happen? Do you think, for you've been watching, you've seen a lot of requests for mistrials. How you feel about this one this time?
I have just been reading everybody, because after she told Maurice, the camera guy, he was like, what time I need to be here? And she said, come at 9, but we ain't starting at 9. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. But then everybody started reporting. I'm not reporting this because I didn't see it or
And then what about all the other witnesses that's sitting outside just waiting? Done took off work, just sitting outside. Don't know if it's their time. Oh, child.
Kayla, you sound like Paige today. Hold on.
For real. But for them to say that they went all to Fonny's office, I was like, oh, did that? So that, based off of what everybody else is saying, I can only speculate as well to say maybe, we're gonna get something out of this. Maybe there are pleas that are finally entered the chat. Maybe there are something. It definitely felt, when you look over and you see the defendants engaging and expressively and like in it, like having conversations, right, about their futures, it starts to feel like everything is being weighed as it should, weighed as heavily as it should. So I have no idea. I'm not making no predictions, but I am very curious as to what will be the outcome.
Because then my next question for y'all would be that if it's not a mistrial, then what?
I quit.
Yeah, you give me you have given what the training videos. We have had reprimands. You have told these people they are not attorneys. You didn't told the other side. I think she's you all these admonishments. You've rebuked them. You've taken away. You've already purged one of their witnesses, right? Technically, that's like sanction. You've already taken away Dennis. You've taken away his evidence that would come with him. Like, what else is there to do? Like, I think what else do you have left in your back pocket to do?
Then you put somebody in jail for 5 years.
Sure did.
That too. And it's just like, so Moontunk is the only person who should take their oath and solemnly swear serious.
He's gonna be in jail longer than them.
Wait, Kayla just unmute to just throw something out there and then mute back. You put somebody in jail for 5 years, mute. He the only one, mute. And then you just see the girl on the stand, mute. Girl.
Because the conversation that's going on in the car, it's a lot. I'm trying to keep y'all protected and safe. Trying to keep my YouTube monetized.
Thank you, Kayla. We thank you for that, Kayla. But no,
This is the one. This is the one. Yeah, what's next? Like, what? I can't think of what else you could do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all I do is sit and watch trials. I've never seen this many sanctions in one trial ever. I've never seen anybody get this many chances.
No.
Ever. Not even in the Melly trial. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get this many chances. And it's just like, so what else do you do besides that? And I can't say, like you said, I don't have a prediction because the last time I thought it was over, they got a training video and I was on the floor for 2 days. So I couldn't figure that out. But Kayla, if you can still hear, my one thing that I keep seeing is
I can hear.
People keep asking about these plea deals. Am I correct that these plea deals are binding contracts? And so this mistrial will do nothing for these people, right?
They're going to be in jail to the end of their sentence.
See, y'all, I told y'all I'm not a lawyer.
Now, what I do think is that there is a possibility that a lot of these people will file habeas corpus if they have taken a plea. But what I don't know how successful they're going to be because most of those are going to be to the voluntariness or things of. I guess within them actually taking a plea, was it a violation of their rights? Not that, I mean, because they chose to take a plea and they gave up these rights to a jury trial. So I don't know.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Somebody called me mean. They said I was mean and my followers were mean and anybody who agreed with me was mean. And I'm like, I'm not being mean because there was over 3,000 people in that live and there was so many questions coming so quick, but I kept seeing empty, Moontunk. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with Moontunk. Moontunk's side, he made his choice. Unfortunately, while we may have empathy, understanding why he made his choice, I'm not being sympathetic. I can be empathetic. I understand he took it, but those 10 that signed those, that was their choice. They chose to do that instead of this. So they don't get to double dip and say, hey, never mind, I want to change my plea. Like that's not how it is. It could be a very bad deal. It could be a very bad deal, but they had the choice to take that very bad deal. Like, so if they've got a range of between like 10 years and 30 years on probation. I told y'all when we read them, that man his probation officer can be in kindergarten with my child right now. His next one, like he could jaywalk going to see his grandbaby graduate and have a problem. Like that. I'm not being funny, but they that was their choice. They chose that. That was what was best for them. Just like the guys today are weighing in on whether or not they want this mistrial. They have to choose what's best for them. They can't worry about the man to the left. They have to worry about what's going to work best for them. So it could get interesting. It could get interesting. But at this point, like I said, I can't think of any other remedy or sanction she could put together and package up, because I think she's given out all that she has. Because to purge this witness and say, "Oh, you don't get this testimony," you did that already. Like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't know, y'all.
I'm with you. That's what I thought. I was just like, okay, what happens if we don't get a mistrial? Because she seems to be doing everything in her power to not grant it. She even seemed annoyed at the thought. Like, you could see her trying to figure out a way. Well, isn't this going to come in at some point? It's not that bad when you think about it, but I think she got annoyed with Miss Hilton trying to argue. Oh, trying to argue with her for her incompetence. It was so easy. White it out, black it out. I think that's what made it worse. Her trying to go back and forth with Paige, right? And I think she just said, "Now, damn it, look." I think she was just like, "Okay, you know what? Let's do it." Because I think she's been trying to save them. Even with the Shannon, she was like, "Well, I mean, if in that case it's not as bad as y'all are thinking, then why are you yelling, screaming? Why are you doing that?" I think she's annoyed with them and how they prosecuted the case. Even when she mentioned, "Y'all have too much evidence. I think if you guys would have narrowed this evidence down, we wouldn't be here." And I agree with that.
She did say that.
Overload. She said that it was overload.
Yep, she did. I agree. Child, I will see. I don't know. We'll see what I'm just curious what the attorneys and the defendants come back with, because I agree. What other thing do you do? This camera is, Kayla is out on the town. Okay.
Yeah, she going to the Hawks game.
I'm in the parking game, but man, both y'all, okay, y'all can carry on, but I think we could be done for tonight. We've been on
Yeah,
for
we
a long
can't. We've
time.
been on
It's
an
time to
hour
go
and
to sleep.
2:20.
For y'all to go to sleep. You cannot park, bro. Okay, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go. Thank y'all so much. I can't
Thank
wait till
y'all.
tomorrow. I honestly think I'm gonna spend the night in Atlanta, and if I have on the same thing y'all had on today,
What
we'll
time you
call it
pulling
what
up?
it is. I'm a 9 a.m. 8:25. I'm gonna be at the
You gonna be
door.
there that early? Okay.
And
Yeah.
Now
Mel,
they're talking about the black dress.
I'm getting me a seat. What? I got my ID too.
okay.
You know you
Mel,
gotta
Okay.
before
have your
you
ID to
get
go
off,
there. I don't be
Mel,
having my ID.
Well,
Huh?
I'll see you tomorrow then.
her things, Mel, before you get
Okay.
off,
All
you
right.
tell
So
your
see you
Mel
tomorrow. I'll text you,
that
Mel.
I love them. Tell
Okay,
sister
Kayla.
that I love them, girl.
Oh, my brother-in-law. I will. All right, y'all. Thanks for inviting me.
Bye, y'all.
Bye bye. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Back up. Back up. Back up to what? I didn't see you.